All right, welcome back. Watch me turn these 5 ingredients this week into spicy coconut chicken. This is the 5 ingredient challenge. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Episode 4. As I mentioned a few weeks ago, it's going to be an episodic thing. So we'll jump straight into it today, right? All right, so you already saw I put in some sugar into the bowl. I put in some lime juice. I'm putting in some soy sauce. What I'm doing here is I'm making the marinade for the chicken. Because we're going to go ahead and once this marinade is made, we're going to let it sit for, well, about 4 hours. But you can do it between 20 minutes and 4 hours. It really just depends on how flavorful you want it to be. All right, boom, there goes that coconut milk. And I added canned pineapples. I know the ingredient was fresh pineapple, but in this one, for the marinade, I'd like to use pineapple juice. But oh, silly me, I don't have pineapple juice. And now we're going to add some sriracha. But as I said, I don't have pineapple juice. So the next thing you do is you find some canned pineapples that are whole 100% juice, like I like to buy, and use that. It's perfectly acceptable. All right, now we're going to add a little bit of cilantro. Now, cilantro is going to be multifaceted in this dish, but for now, we're going to just do a quick dice on it so we can have it to be as part of our marinade here. Now, it's interesting because this dish here is very reminiscent of a few different styles of cuisine related to part Thai, part like Pacific Islander, part not Polynesian, excuse me, uh, Filipino. So it's kind of got a few different aspects in it. I know the sriracha makes it like super non-traditional to anything, which is why I'm not classifying this as one particular cuisine. I'm just classifying it as spicy coconut chicken. All right. So with the sauce, with the marinade, you just want to mix it all well, mix it all together. It doesn't have to be anything that you spend 10 minutes on. And if you got a little bit of coconut fat from the milk that's still solidified in your marinade, don't worry about it. It'll melt down when you go cook the marinade into the sauce later, but more on that when we get there. Okay. So you see that I'm using a large bowl for all this, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add this chicken. And if you're sitting there watching this going, oh my God, what is he doing? Why is he not adding salt and pepper to the chicken? Calm down. Do not worry because that salt and pepper is just going to wash off anyways. So why add an ingredient to quote unquote season when you're really just kind of wasting your time at that point? Throw it in there. Marinade is all the seasoning you need for this one. All right. Now, easiest way to do it, if you don't do this in a bag, you do it in a bowl like I'm doing, just mix it in there. You get your hands dirty. I mean, not my hands. You see, I'm wearing these wonderful black gloves, but if you don't have gloves, just get your hands dirty. It ain't a big deal. You can always wash it off with soap and water. All right, so as I said, we're gonna let this rest for the next 20 minutes to 4 hours. It really just depends on how long you wanted to sit there for. Because when you add sriracha or you add chili ginger sauce, which I know sriracha is not, traditional recipes call for garlic chili, not chili ginger, garlic chili sauce. But somebody told me use sriracha, so sriracha it was. Anyways, let it sit 20 minutes to 4 hours, depending on how spicy and flavorful you want it. And what we do in the meantime, while the chicken's marinating, is we're going to go ahead and prep our garnishes and our pineapple to go ahead and grill. So here, as you remember me saying a few minutes ago, is that this cilantro comes in multifaceted. So cilantro is going to come in two more uses here. We're going to use it to add extra flavor to the sauce when we go cook it, and it's going to be used as a garnish today. As you saw, very, very coarse chop, nothing fancy. Now, pineapple, this is fun. Now, if you're allergic to raw pineapple, okay, use canned pineapple. Okay, now if you're allergic to pineapple, period, don't use pineapple. Use, um, I would recommend mango juice if you can find it, because it's probably going to be the closest as far as enzyme go to properly marinate your meat. However, if you don't have a way to get mango juice, go ahead and use apple juice. It's cheap. Okay, Mott's going to cost you like, uh, depending on where you live, anywhere between $5 and $9 a gallon. And if you're going, holy crap, where'd you get $9 a gallon? I have seen it for $9 a gallon in California. So, you know, I'm looking at you, California. Fix your prices. All right, so this pineapple, right? What we're trying to do when we when we take the outside of the pineapple off, like you see all these little brown dots um, that are in it, perfectly fine. That's kind of where the seeds, the kind of growing areas of the pineapple are. We want to cut it off because if you've ever bitten into that, it's kind of like trying to bite a bark of cinnamon. It's very tough and very just, ugh. So we're gonna get this pineapple ready to grill. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this pineapple into rings, essentially. And if you're going, oh my God, why are you not using a pineapple core? Well, I hate to say it, not everyone owns every single kitchen gadget. I get I am the go-to chef, but I do not have every single kitchen gadget on the planet. So snap my fingers, bam, here we go. Pineapple's magically cored. If you want to know the truth, I used my Mercer paring knife. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and slap these chicken thighs on the grill so we can get them nice and hot. I'm just using a charcoal grill. If you got propane, use that. I hope you didn't throw out the marinade. Okay, we're gonna turn this into our sauce that we're gonna use. So once we throw it in, we're gonna add fresh garlic. Okay, if you're wondering why didn't I add garlic to it as part of the marinade, um, as far as the flavor profile goes, I didn't necessarily want the garlicky part of the marinade. I wanted it more for the sauce. So that way it was just a different kind of flavor profile for me. Personal preference. If you look for a recipe like this online, you might see add garlic in there to the marinade. There's no real right or wrong answer here, even though, if you're watching this, you're going, oh my God, yes, there is. And believe me, I'm yelling at enough TVs to tell you that I agree sometimes, but no, this time it's just personal preference. What you're going to do next is you're just going to bring your sauce to a simmer. Okay. Now, there's a couple ways you could go ahead and thicken up your sauce, right? Because you want it to be like, you want to be kind of a, not a super thick sauce, but you want it to coat your chicken when it's done cooking. Okay. You can add cornstarch or you can add heavy cream. I choose to use heavy cream. You can use cornstarch. I do apologize that I don't have any further footage of me pulling the meat or showing you how to prep anything else with it. All that footage accidentally got deleted, but we'll go ahead and plate up this magnificent dish here. Okay, we'll put down some steamed rice and we add our spicy coconut sauce on top. You can add the pineapple chunks in there if you really want to. You don't necessarily have to, but we'll add our grilled pineapple. Now, when you do the pineapple, throw it on the grill like you do chicken. Let it cook for about 4 minutes aside, as long as your grill's no hotter than 350, and garnish with some cilantro. There you have it, spicy coconut chicken. Enjoy.